I think I was over-amping that one a bit. I don't know. What do you reckon?
Maybe.
That's right. We're just looking at the levels. I got 0. This is the thing. It varies from day to day. But anyway, g'day Dallo, John G, and Ralph and Robert Mack. They're already started chatting away. And Daniel Mills, g'day. Merry Christmas, everybody. Or as we were just saying before we started, the geeky version. Happy JWST Day today. That is the James West Space Telescope launch today, where we'll start to open up the view of the real universe for once and for all, because the Hubble was a bit of a failure. Oh, it worked, but it's just I think you could almost do as good on do some good viewing from the planet Earth as you could from the Hubble. But this James Webb Telescope, it's going to be something else. You'll be able to see what colour underpants the aliens are wearing on Alpha Centauri, from what I understand. Yeah, they'll be able to read number plates. They're going to be looking for all the telltale signs of microorganisms in the lower atmosphere. But anyway, it's going to be fun. And of course, we got Todd, my buddy Todd, and my buddy Kimbo. Todd and Kimbo, they've been fighting already, because Kimbo is really pissed off that Todd's over here now, right? And so all last night we were just sending photos back to him, bragging.
Yeah. Yep.
So is it Dallo? How's you feeling after drinking filtered water? Well, the filtered water's pretty good. I'll still probably buy the bottles every so often to, fill the water in. That's it. I was looking for some fillable bottles the other day at the DIY store. And they've got all these really weird spouts and shit like that, and you go on, they're just extra areas that crap can get stuck and lodged in them, and it makes them a terrible thing to try to clean out. These things here you can wash out about maybe half a dozen times, and you throw the bottle away and just get another one. So you'll still buy maybe a dozen bottles every couple of months, but just keep them, rotating through the fridge and washing them out. And that was our idea anyway. Paul's just joined us, and Andy Stubbs, Bossa Nova. Well, Merry Christmas to everybody, and Merry James Webb Space Telescope Day today. James Webb. Yeah.
It's going to be a slow one. It's going to be a slow one. Tongue twister of anything.
Oh yeah, Well, we thought of a brilliant idea for the name. We should take that off the title. There we go. Topic for today. Let's just fix that up. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
For some reason, that's having an issue.
No, we won't talk about misery. I haven't had the smile leave my face since I arrived on Tuesday evening, so nothing miserable about my end at all. Oh, Mayor Graves has joined us. Morning, Mayor Graves.
Morning.
Morning. I'm going to get that overlay with those fish from Monty Python. Just, morning. Just put it. I'm going to talk to. I'm going to talk to Jen, General Desperado, because he has all those little pop-up things that he does on his stream. I haven't worked out how to do it. I don't know whether you need a console for it. And here's me, the engineer. I just haven't worked out how to make that software work properly. It does what I needed to do. That's the main thing. And how do I add the actual little flashy bits? That's what I need to find out. Press a button to have the morning.
Thanks, boss.
Well, it sounds like Warren filtered his water and added something to it. Well, we had a few shots last night. What did we get? We got Jaeger bombs. Was it Zambucas and What was there? Yes, I think Cody bought a round of what do you call it? The Sangsom, rum. So yeah, we had a few last night, but we still were able to walk, sort of.
I didn't get lost. I made it back to my condo.
He didn't get lost because he was following me most of the way. So, Todd, what do you think for your second? This is now your third day in Thailand. Officially, the first day after a night out. There we go.
Night out. Well, I got initiated last night with the ice and the beer, so that was all right.
That's right. We popped his cherry. We took him to Susie Wong's.
Yep. Yeah, interesting place. But yeah, it's awesome. I mean, you have expectations when you plan something, and it's sort of like what you did 5 or 6 years ago, Wazza. You put your plans in place, and you have expectations about what it's going to be really like. And I haven't sort of skipped a beat, so to speak, except actually getting here.
Oh, Monday. Monday night. I remember the phone call. Oh my God. Was it Monday night or Tuesday night? I can't remember. Was it Monday?
No, yeah, it was Monday night.
Monday night.
And, my poor brother was dropping me off at the airport to catch the flight, and as you know, wherever you are in the world, I don't think it changes much. You have to have a negative PCR test done before you actually get on a plane. They will not let you on a plane, and there's only one area in Adelaide that does these PCR tests for travel. I did the right thing. I got the early bird test at 7 a.m. Monday morning, and was told first up, you're registered on the old system. We changed that. And I'll go, well, why didn't you notify me that you've changed your system and put me on the new one? So I sorted that out, and then rang them back, and something's occurred with the tests we've run. It may not occur in time for your flight tomorrow morning. Everything else has been sorted, researched. You and I have spoken about it for months and months, and then it comes down to this one thing that this little lab mucked up the results. And not just me, there were other people on the flight that were in the same situation. I got my phone call late on Monday night saying, yes, we've done your result, you'll get your certificate in time for your flight. But then a couple of the other Australians that were on that same flight said they didn't get theirs until an hour before they actually got on the plane. The most stressful thing I've done to actually get here, coming here on the flight and everything like that, going through Thailand immigration, awesome. I cannot say a bad word about what the Thailand immigration guys did at the airport, but getting here, I almost didn't arrive. It was touch and go. So, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I couldn't get hold of the airline because it was late at night and everything. I couldn't see whether I could put my flights on hold or whatever. And as you know, I'm in the air.
What's Psycho? What are you broadcasting there, Psycho? Your GoPro? You're a bit of advertising his advertising his GoPro there.
It's just because of the way the camera works.
Is that a paid advertisement? I don't know. Do I have to tick the box or what?
No. It's just because I use my GoPro as my webcam because the quality is way better.
Yeah. So there it is. That's a bit of a view out your window there. I don't think we've seen that before, have we? Pan the camera sideways. Can you do that? There we go.
Actually, I'll just turn it around because you can see that way.
Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we actually got no pollution today, or a little bit of haze, but
yeah, barely any. Yeah, it's a beautiful day today.
I think I was reading 89 or 83 this morning on for out here. What have we got today? 86.
It's less than yesterday.
Well, we don't get too bad out here, but yeah. Anyway, go on, Todd. We was a bit of interruption.
No, that's right. Morning, Cody.
But yeah, so yeah. 3 months of planning. 3 months of planning, and they totally, 11th hour bullshit. Oh my God, that would have had me just totally ropeable. I would have been looking for a gun to shoot people.
Well, knowing my background, as you do, I was actually quite surprised how well I kept it together. I didn't scream at anyone, because you can't scream or yell at the poor old girls at the message centre, because they're only the messengers. You never shoot the messengers. So, and I was lucky enough that I got a senior person in Melbourne to actually chase down and make sure that the test was done. So yeah, and then on the flight from Singapore to Bangkok, the rules changed in regards to the Thai pass. So no one was sure whether we'd actually get through immigration, because midnight that night, everything changed with the Thailand pass. So I had that 1 day window. So if I didn't get here in that 1 day window, everything would have been sort of asked about. But yeah, I'm glad I'm here. Wazza, I've got to say, it's been absolutely awesome, helping me in. Cody as well. And yeah, couldn't get to sleep because of the time zones and everything. Couldn't sleep past 6 a.m. in the morning, and Wazza's laughing at me going, well, we'll fix that.
Yeah, that's it. We
go to Susie's.
We'll fix that. So yesterday we had a bit of a run around the day yesterday, which will be in a video. We had the Thailand herb exhibition in Siam Paragon, which is on the 5th floor, which is actually 6 floors up. But let's not go into that discussion. They number floors. They have a weird numbering system. Here in Australia, the ground floor is G, the first floor is 1. You get
the numbers are everywhere, though. On all of the sides, it says the number of the floor.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Yeah, so I'm just so used to it. Anyway, that doesn't matter. We found, Cody finally found us probably about 10 minutes after expected, but they were doing a cannabis.
It's not good.
Yeah, we were doing a cannabis exhibition up there, and what did I get? I got some of this. There's this great material. This is a genuine cannabis massage oil. This one here is you add it. Focus again. This is like ground cannabis leaves, which you put in your coffee mix. So half a teaspoon of this inside inside my coffee machine granules. There's also, what else I got there? That's right, I got some Cannabis Coffee. Excuse me again. That's 10 sachets. I've got all the numbers to call these guys to top that stuff up. So yeah. What did surprise me about that, which you'll see in the video, is we actually had full-grown plants inside little terrariums, and so we got to have a pretty good discussion with some of some growers there, some pharmaceutical companies that are involved in the whole thing, and even one of the registered bodies that. You'll get the whole idea. But yeah, they had full grown, fully budding. Oh, mate, the smell inside there was just wonderful. Remembers the days when I had to, grew my tomatoes out the back, which you do. If you don't know, it helps disguise the infrared when they fly over the top if you put tomatoes and other vegetables in amongst the stock. It confuses the cameras, but let's not talk about that. That's all in the past. Hydroponics in Thailand. Who would have thought? From what I can see, these weren't hydroponic. These were grown in regular pots, which is the best way to grow cannabis anyway. I think hydroponics.
We thought they're going to put the real ones there, or are they plastic ones?
Oh yeah, that was my first impression. I thought they're going to be plastic. They can't, because they had buds on them, 12-inch long buds on these plants. Honestly, and you go, oh no, they must be fake. They wouldn't have fully budding plants in here, but no. As Psycho said, he could smell it from outside because. Yeah, I had to be inside to, get that full full olfactory thing going, you know. Oh, that's good. It was almost flashback memory. It was great. Anyway, and that's sort of video coming out next week. So, unfortunately, that
It
if
took us a
you
while to find it. We walked around the centre for how long? An hour or so trying to find this exhibition.
that's right. Yeah. So it wasn't. We knew it was there. It was a posting on NNT on Facebook. When we got there, absolutely no signs anywhere. And they had exhibitions supposedly on every floor. If you looked at the exhibition, you know, paraphernalia near the escalators, you're trying to work out which one's which. And you're going, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, well, let's just check every floor. It was quite fun. Bossa Nova. I smoked a bit of grass at university, but it was always made me paranoid. I'd never liked it. It has different effects on different people. I pretty much smoked every day. Well, not every day, but you know, I had a good 30 years of smoking regularly, and they say it makes you stupid. Well, there you go. I'd have to think of what I'd be if I didn't smoke. You know, I'd be another Einstein.
Yeah. I worked with a guy who it was actually a like legitimate medication for him. He could not really function in society. I forget if it was ADD or ADHD.
Oh, it's the best.
Basically, he was like just spastic as far as like, you know, what to deal with, and he was just a pain in the butt. But if he smoked, you wouldn't know it because he was a functioning, just you know, person. Me, when I smoke it, it depends on what it is, but like if it's the indica, I hate it. I hate it so much because I don't like to be forced to be slowed down. The other one's okay, but I don't like to sit here and look at my arm and go, why does this weigh 5,000 pounds and why can't I move quickly? And then I fight it.
What's this feeling of the hair follicles growing in my skin? The things that it affects everybody in a different way, you know, and that's the thing that I think is missing in the whole medical fraternity, is they base medicine on what we call the average human being or the top of the bell curve, you know. But if you fall outside that 80% bell curve ramp, then really medicinal, you know, treatments really you are in what they call an unknown space, and anything can happen. I think the key word is, like every drug, and which is what we're sort of seeing with the opioid epidemic in America now, there's usage and then there's abuse. And that's the biggest problem we've got, is the fact that even opioids, you know, that they're giving, I'm just trying to think of the names of them, oxy something or other, oxycodone, they're over these things. Oxycontin. Yeah, oxycontin. They're overprescribed, right? And all they're doing is masking a deeper set psychological problem, and they're not treating the problem. They're just masking it with a drug solution, you know. Whereas, you know, I learned that the drugs of choice that we took, you know, throughout that period was more of a shamanic experience, you know, where you're learning yourself, you're learning who you are, you're learning about the world. I would always recommend, if I was still doing my sessions with people, I would highly recommend people investigate Salvia Divinorum, which was, you know, I don't know if it's been scheduled one yet, but it's a sage plant. It's a special sage plant out of the highlands of Mexico. It only grows naturally there, and it has an amazing way of connecting you with the planet Earth. And I've done those rituals with people, and they walk out of that ritual and they go, oh my God, I can't believe what just happened in that 30-minute period, you know. But yeah, I'm not going to go into a whole, you know, heroin fucking expose of, you know, all the bad things that society said you can't have anymore. It's your temple, you know. What you choose to do with your temple is up to you. You've got to live in it. But I think a little bit more guidance rather than sort of, oh, you know, here's the 50%, here's the 80% bell curve. We'll stick you just there at the top of the curve and hope for the best. No, I'm sorry. How about we do a complete workup of every person? But who's got the money to do that, Anyway, moving right along.
Merry Christmas.
Loved their movies there. We're talking about Cheech and Chong down here, aren't we?
Yeah.
I enjoyed those movies. They were good. What was it?
Hey, it's me. Open the door. No.
Dave's not here, man.
No, Dave's not here. No, it's Dave. The cops are not here, man.
It's been a while. It's me, Dave. No, man, Dave's not here, man. Dave's not here, man.
Hey, for the $10,000 question, what is your name?
Dave.
But yeah, it was a good exhibition. There was a lot of information there. I would have liked to have seen more, what they call dual language stuff there, because it's very hard to walk around with your video camera, your phone app to translate stuff and try to have a conversation with people. Made it very difficult. But we got a few people who actually spoke pretty good English. I think the guy that did the that sachet coffee there, you got some massage oil, didn't you, Todd?
No, Cody did.
Oh, Cody got the
I got like the icy hot stuff, so I don't know if that's the same stuff. But then the where they were selling the vodka and the tea. They spoke excellent English.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, Todd's got this one here, which is he's going to make up a. What you're going to do whiskey, aren't you? You're going to put it in whiskey?
They had we had a little sip of vodka infused.
That wasn't vodka. It was Laucow. Come on, it was rice whiskey. Laucow.
It was Laucow.
Laucow, yes, it was Laucow.
Laucow normally burns, and you actually know you're alive. I mean.
No! I'm going to take. You're going to have to come up to Sukhothai and get to try some of the Sukhothai moonshine. I'm going to bring some of that back with me. That stuff is as sweet as you're going. Oh my God! It's like lolly water.
Yeah, I saw the video of when you were up there.
We don't talk about that video. we don't talk about that video. That's why it's hidden. That's why it's a subscriber-only video.
Okay. So apparently this has medicinal purposes. It helps you relax, and it gets infused into the alcohol that you put it in. So it actually, you get double dose of the alcohol being a depressant, and then you get this that sort of counteracts or assists it in some way.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a go.
We'll make up
away with something.
We're going to make up something. It's going to be fun. Kim Oysterman, Oyshamans, g'day, Merry Christmas. That's you. What am I doing?
Merry Christmas.
Marky Mark, good morning. Marky Mark.
I keep on forgetting you've got a different surname, to Mr. Austin. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
That's
a story for another day.
That's a story. That's another one of those secret stories. Okay, boys' club stories. We got to learn the secret handshake first.
Talking about that. Hang on a sec. I didn't come prepared, but last night, if I can get it right.
Oh, that's it. You might have to turn the background off, but yeah, let me go.
Yeah, you'll have to turn your background.
No, it's good. He's got it. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
And who in Australia says g'day? Who in Australia says g'day, cobber? Nobody in Australia says go. Like we tried to correct Susie on this. She was led astray with the Australianation of the Australian language. Nobody says that unless, of course, you're in Broken Hill. And that's not really part of Australia anyway.
I'm still going on about Cheech and Chong. They're both still alive. I thought
there we go.
I think they're both still alive.
Robert Groves is he's our. We don't need Google. We've got Robert.
They're both still alive. I saw a catch-up interview with them both only a week and a half ago. So.
Okay. Yeah, anyway, so just a bit of a call out. So what are we, half an hour into the thing, just about. You want to come on and say hello, at the buttons, there's a link down below, just hit that and come on and just join in. If you don't want to be in camera, don't turn your camera on. But yeah, you're quite welcome to come and say hello. We caught up with who else? We got caught up with Sean last night.
Sean.
So, he's over here and he's looking healthy, he's looking relaxed. And who else did we catch up with last night? They said, go hopping. Paul, he led us astray after Susie Wong's. We went to Triple X, the Triple X barbecue, or was it bar and lounge or whatever they call it? Yeah, caught up with Christopher there.
No hot dogs though.
Yeah, hot dogs were seriously lacking. We were wondering where the hot dogs went to, but yeah. Yeah, and he went and showed us. He bought us all a Zambuca shot. I haven't had that for a while.
Oh, that's where we had the Zambuca.
Yeah.
I heard that Thai people don't like licorice, and I think it was kind of confirmed last night.
Oh, Minnie didn't like the Zambuca?
No.
Oh dear.
Not at all. That was an unpleasant surprise for her.
It is a unique acquired taste, I think. Like the ouzo and that sort of style. It's very much a Middle European taste. Yeah, I love Zambuca. I preferred the Amaretto, but we're going to do some research. Is Amaretto still available?
Yes. Hang on, let me write that down before I forget, because we spoke about something and I was meant to write it down as your PA camera holding boy or whatever. I forgot that yesterday.
He's not going to live that. He's not going to live that one down, is he?
No.
The hired help that don't get paid.
Okay. Zambuca. We'll look up Zambuca. See if they're still making it, because we didn't know whether they were still making it or not.
Was it Robert Groves? When you cut the grass, how's it smoke? Then I sell it to the neighbours. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and Cody and Wazza did Christmas shopping for their
yes,
ladies.
Yeah, yes. So there's something on the Facebook. Chanya's posted something on Facebook this morning. She got what do you call it? Some Chanel No. 5. Wasn't good enough that I bought her a damn car. I have to go and buy a perfume as well. But yeah, such is life. But she's over the moon. She really is. Yeah, so it was a good night. I enjoyed so we did the cannabis, and we sort of did a walk around. There's supposed to be a shop down on the ground floor there at Paragon that was supposed to do Cannabis Coffee, but couldn't find that place. That seemed to have disappeared. And we wandered off to Susie's place, and Todd met Susie and brought the little plaques, little road signs to adorn her walls. And of course we had Jono, our English friend. I'm just trying to what his channel name is. I haven't seen him for a couple of years, but we bumped into him at Susie's place, and he's trying to usurp the Australiana paraphernalia in Susie. He wants to make it British or Pommyified. I'm going, no, that's not going to work.
No.
We might give you one section of one wall, but no, just as a little homage to the fact that all Australians did, we were convicts from Mother England at one stage, but that was a long time ago. But he seems to think that he can sort of usurp and turn it to a British pub. No way, we're not going to have. That's James, John James, Pancake Lenses. That's the one, yeah. That's his channel. Thanks, Paul. No, I knew you'd come up with somebody'd come up with that idea. Yeah, I did what do you call it? One of his podcasts with him a couple of years ago. As he was doing a podcast. New channel is anywhere but here. Okay. G'day. Look who's dropped in.
Marky Mark.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy JWST Day.
JWST.
Right. Hang on, I've just got to turn what's going on with my phone.
We'll get you sorted out.
It's got that way, and I can't turn it round the other way.
That's all right.
You've got a rotation lock on it.
I don't know what's happened to
So
it.
give you a little bit more volume there. You're a bit on the soft side, but then right.
Can't even delete the screen now.
Was it an apple? Yeah, that'd be bloody right.
Easy.
I'll shut it down and start it up.
Was it sunrise on a new planet there?
I'll put my sunnies on for what one?
Oh, that looks like Star Citizen.
It looks like a Star Citizen backdrop. Yes.
Yeah.
What is the vehicle in the background there? That's can't quite tell the silhouette.
So no, I'm all sorted now.
You're all sorted?
Thank you. So I've been busy this morning. I've made 2 huge, great big plates of salad, and now the missus is going to make a nice big Thai dish, Tom Yum pork. I can't remember what pork is.
Moo.
Gal.
Moo.
Tom Yum moo. That's correct.
Tom Yum moo. Yeah.
So,
And the salad. In your salad, that's you give that to the animals that you eat. Is that right? Oh, that's the latest scandal I read this morning. One of these animal liberation groups out of Europe are dissing the second series of The Witcher because of some sort of animal rights bullshit. They had monkeys or something there, and what the
Really?
they're going off. They're going off the deep end. Oh, come on, go up. You know, it's The Witcher.
TV show.
It's The Witcher. You know.
Yeah. Turn the bloody show off if you don't want to watch it.
Well, that's what they're telling everybody else to turn the show off. You know, oh, go jump. You don't like it.
It'll backfire on them.
Oh, well, they're unfortunate.
That's how you know you're successful, when you're upsetting people.
Yes, that's yes. It's just these bloody snowflakes that seem to want to run the world. I don't know. I'd give up with snowflakes. Loving the nativity scene. Loving the nativity on the wall. I like it. Yeah, I can see.
Whatever that religion is, and then of course there's that religion.
Oh, I go for the power religion on the left hand side there. You know, the one that you plug.
Oh, that's the one.
That's
The engineering religion.
That's the what's his name? That's the Tesla. The Tesla religion.
Well, there's Tesla. There's everybody in there. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Science trumps bloody fictitious floating people in the sky any day. I'm sorry.
So, what's everybody's plans for Christmas?
Well, I've got to try to ring up the bike shop today. Get my bike. I get the CB back, so we got something for Todd to ride.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess my plan is to work on getting a driver's license, which means I need to make an appointment at the embassy to get a thing. Or I forget if I have to make an appointment for the driver's license. See, this is the thing, the prerequisites on prerequisites that I'm not sure about, because some people said you need to make an appointment with land transport first. Some people said you need to make an appointment with the embassy first. I'm not sure which, though all the dates will actually work in time.
No. I know, because in my case, I just showed him my Australian license that they just transferred it across, which is what Todd will do once he gets his certificate.
I'll defer to Todd, but I'm pretty sure it's you got to go to the to immigration, get a form. You've got to have, because if you want 2 different licenses, a car and a bike, you're going to need 2 different doctor's certificates.
Yep.
And then you go down to the department.
Well, I don't have a work permit, so I can't just go to immigration to get that. I have to do it through the U.S. Embassy.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So you get 2 certificates from the U.S. Embassy, and one's for your car, one's for your bike, whichever one you're going for. Then you go to Department of Transport. your...
I read somewhere though that the Department of Land Transport had like a 2-month waiting period or something crazy. So and the problem is the certificate, if you get from the U.S. Embassy, that's only good for 1 month.
Yeah, 30 days. Yeah,
but if you go to the land transport and they have an opening like immediately, it takes 2 weeks to get a thing at the embassy. That's why I haven't done it yet, because I'm not sure which order to do it in because of the timings on everything, that everything has a delay of once you do it, and you have to line up the delays to match each other.
Well, I know of several guys down here in John TM that have paid 3,000 baht plus or minus, given all the documents to an agent on one day, and then picked up their driver's license a day later.
Okay.
So I mean, but speaking to Robert offline during the week, he said it's a piece of PI55. So.
Yeah. But the only other thing that Grovesy just mentioned, you need to get a medical certificate as well to say you are fit to drive.
Yeah, and that's trivial. I actually got one of those before in Thailand, and that was like you pay a doctor 100 baht.
80 baht. Well, my case was 80 baht when I did mine. Yeah. They put your arm in one of those blood pressure machines. Yes, your blood's pumping. You're good.
Yeah.
He's moving. He's moving in the chair. He's alive.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Same but different. That's right, Ralph. That's right. Yeah, it's every immigration, because I'm pretty sure Chanya recently did something for. She's only doing a renewal of her license, but she basically walked in. She walked out 10 minutes later for a renewal process. So it wasn't getting a new license, just a renewal. But that is again out here in Nakhon Pathom, and that's just about around the corner from immigration here. So each province will be different. It's just the way it works.
Dowlow's having issues. I'd probably stick with the cake, mate. I'd get that cake made first, because there's nothing better than watching the wife push the lawnmower around while you're having a coffee and a nice piece of chocolate cake.
Yeah, wife's using the mixer.
Sitting on the deck. Hey, you missed a bit.
All right, I got to apologise. I'm a bit slow today, everyone.
Yeah, this is what you got to deal with when, of course, you got a bike. I really pity Bolt sometimes. This is when when your wife decides she's coming too. Sorry, I'm not sharing it to you guys, but yeah, there you go, bike riders.
That photo, yes.
That photo, yes, that photo. The doctors don't check to see if there is anything wrong with you. They check to see whether you have 100 baht in your wallet.
Yeah, that's accurate.
And give you the all clear. That's right. Yeah. I was thinking of buying a BMW C400 when I move to Thailand next year. Any thoughts? Well, it's a BMW, again, BMW fall in the same class as Apple. But, overpriced, underpowered, and it's all about image rather than actually, functionality. Buy a Japanese bike, for crying out loud. Do you want to cruise?
I guess there's a point. You might want to talk about what shops can do repairs on what bikes, and the easiness of getting, bikes repaired here too.
Correct.
I've heard if you have a Honda, pretty much everybody in the country can repair your bike no matter where you are.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, they've had the CB since Monday this week, and they had a bit of a backlog, but they were working on it yesterday. Or no, Thursday they were working on it. I didn't call them yesterday because I was nowhere near to pick it up. But I got to buzz them today to see if it's ready. So they've had that for working on a couple. Well, it is a fuel injection problem as far as I know. It definitely seems like fuel injection, and that's a fairly major rework of the motorcycle. You could strip half the bike down to get to the injectors. They tried changing spark plugs, but I'm pretty sure that was a waste of time.
I've got 2 Honda dealers literally within 50 metres of me, within 50 metres of each other. But one of the Honda dealers is diversified into, is there a brand called GPX, or is that a model? GPX.
GPX,
and,
yes.
And Renault. There's a Renault. Honda are now selling Renault motorcycles. I'm sure it's a Renault motorcycle.
No, it's not it's I think I know the one you mean. It has an R at the beginning of the thing, but I can't for the life of me think of what it is right now.
They're big scooters. They look nice, but I haven't been in that, because the minute you go in, if you show more than 1.3 microseconds of interest, 20 people are on you, and you're.
Yeah.
I'd rather walk down. Soi Baku in Thailand. I get less hassle down there than what I do walking past a Honda.
Service staff in shops are weird, right? In Australia, you almost need to walk out with the motorcycle before they start talking to you, right? But here, you just got to look at it for 5 seconds. That's it. They're all over you,
I mean, I walked into that the Do Home shop.
DIY.
And I just happened to walk in close proximity to entertainment systems like kick-ass TVs. 10 people on me straight off. I'm just looking.
I prefer it here. There's a joke that my mom and I have about the Home Depot in Kenai, Alaska. And that's that as soon as you need anything, everybody has dispersed. Like, you cannot find a single person. Like, oh, hey, do you have this? Oh, wait, where were you? Well, like, my mom actually has to bait them by bringing in her cute dog. Like she's got this Doberman with, like, blue, like, just, because it's mixed with Husky, just this fantastic blue eyes, and she has to bring that dog in so people go, oh, what an amazing dog, and that's how she gets help there. Versus here, I went to go buy the new chair I have, and it was easy, no problem to get help. So I will take the oversaturated help over the, like, you cannot find anybody anytime.
It is Thailand. That's the way it works. It's always fun.
Bossa Nova, did you have a look at that bike, Todd? No, not yet. I'm sort of, I know which bike I'm going to get, but it's just sort of, I'm Sabai right now. I don't wanna, no. Well, I've got to wait until I get my license and everything first, and that depends on the TF30, and then I've got to get my certificate of residence, and then get my Thai bike and car license, and then I can probably go into the bike store and get the bike. So there's still a few boxes to tick, but everything's sort of lined up to do it. But yeah, the Suzuki Boulevard C50, that's the bike I'm getting. Plus a what is it, the NMAX?
Got to get NMAX as well, yeah.
To do my shopping around.
G'day, Billy. How you doing, Billy? Merry James Webb Space Telescope Day today. Yeah. How many hours before they launch? What, 6 hours away? 8 hours away?
I haven't checked the website.
You're out? Okay then, Kimbo. Yep, great to have you along. We'll keep on sending you photos to make you jealous. It's all right.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
That won't get old for a good 6 months. That's all right.
No. Yeah. It'll be good. All right. Peace out, guys.
Okay.
Merry Christmas. He was not happy when we sent him that photo. He was not.
It's all good.
Yeah, little brother, they're there to be stirred up. But no, he does have plans to get over here as soon as he can. So, but being a loving single father, he's doting on his daughter.
Yes, I know. He was telling us about it. Yes.
Yeah.
So, what else is happening down your way, Mark? Anything interesting? What about New Year's celebration? Anything going to happen?
So Christmas Day. So there's a great little bar which I frequent on a regular basis at about 10 minutes around the corner from where I am at Malimpum Beach. So there's a whole lot of expats. There's going to be about 30 of us with partners and boyfriends and girlfriends and significant others and cis men and everybody. Everybody's going to be there. And we've all been asked to bring a plate, so I went to Macro and bought myself some lettuce and some avocado, or as my girlfriend says, avocado, which is so cute. That's one word that I'm not going to correct her on because I just love the way that she says avocado. So otherwise I correct her on English about everything else except for that one word. Red onion, some cheese, and blah, 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 blah. A whole lot of different satchels of dressing. I found some, took me forever, but I found some balsamic vinegar, but it worked out to be about 12 or 13 Australian dollars for a bottle, so that's definitely going to come back home again.
And so this salad stuff you're talking about, you're going to feed that to the pig and then slaughter the pig, is that right?
Yeah, we're going to fatten the pig up. We're going to fatten the pig up.
I can't imagine what you would eat this green shit for, you know. That's what we feed our animals.
She's in the kitchen now making, as I said, a Thai dish. There's people are bringing hams, they're bringing chicken, they're bringing turkey. So I found a cheeky little red wine from South Africa. So I'll take a bottle of that, which it hasn't been bad, because Australian wine, as you've mentioned before, a 12 or $13 bottle of wine in Australia sets you back about $40 over here. But for some reason, the South African wine was at about 350 or 360 baht. So I bought a few bottles and drank a bottle last night. It's not bad, so not bad at all. So New Year's, I'm not sure because I'm waiting to see whether or not there's any restrictions. I did hear that they're cancelling New Year's in Bangkok. Or
there's a whole bunch of cancellations, but if they've already, I believe, if they've already applied for the permit, because establishments had to apply for the permit to have a function, they're honouring those permits, but. Like if you were a family having a bar mitzvah or a wedding or something on a New Year's Day, and it's more than 50 people, you can't do that anymore. That's against the rules,
right.
Or something of that nature. Sort of all the private functions have been cancelled, unless of course you've got a permit. They're not issuing any more permits, but if the permits that have been given, they're going to honour. But I still haven't worked out whether it's going to be a fireworks display or not. Because that has no effect on COVID at all, does it? They're shooting that stuff in the middle of the harbour, But it's of course where people congregate to watch that, we would tend to go down to Asia Teak, which is a good viewing spot there on the water. But like over the last couple of years, it was ridiculous. But yeah. Anyone know of a good place in New Year interested in going to Icon Siam? But there he is. Yeah. I said I had no idea. Chanya's bought a few fireworks, and I said, well, that's a little bit of fireworks in the last 5 minutes. Let's go and see if we can buy some more fireworks, and do something here, Got some, I remember with Roman candles in Australia, you only had 10-shot Roman candles. These things are like a good, 18 inches long. There must be 50-shot Roman candles.
That's right. People used to do a border run, go into Canberra, go to Fish Week, and you'd buy a truckload, then come back and sell them on the street corner.
We used to shoot them at each other.
I know. We've done that. I know one fight we had out the streets, of the back streets where we lived. One guy who had to take to the hospital because he had a 3rd-degree burn into his chest, where it was lodged in his chest there or something. And that was boys being boys, and I think our side won. But
sure, you would go to jail for like treason or arson now for doing. That.
Again, the Snowflakes Running Society. I know Paul sort of said something about it before. Bloody snowflakes.
I remember 2019 in Pattaya, there was a bloke, he was off his face, and he had one of those great big mortar type bloody rockets, and it didn't go off, and he's gone, I'll have a look, see what's going on.
Oh, fuck.
Killed him.
No.
Wouldn't surprise me.
No.
Wouldn't surprise me. I know. I did a friend of mine, Matt from his plumbing business, Rose River. We went out to Mariong one time. He was doing a New Year's function at his place, and he spent like $6,000-7,000 on fireworks. It was a good 20-minute display, and somehow I got roped into sort of being the custodian of the switching devices to turn the shit. Oh my god, yeah. I was really. I can see something's going to go wrong here, but thankfully it went through pretty good. I don't know, they seem to think that because you do computers that you're somehow technically inclined to make fireworks run. I don't know. Well, I made all these computers run, but that was the qualifications I got. I got his computers running, and now I'm in charge of the fireworks. How did that work out? I don't know.
There was a company back at my old office. We had back at Internet Colorado. So we had, on our website, we had, different types of connections, and one was ATM transport. Well, we actually got called, which does not stand for, automated teller machine, but we got called from an ATM company because of that, and we wound up getting into a contract to repair ATMs around the city through this one company because just screwy stuff. So yeah, the IT person that deals with things that are not really in their purview. So
You're just going to be careful of the deck cord, that's all. Make sure you keep the debts dry, don't get the debts wet, and make sure there's no spark anywhere or power surge anywhere while you are in the deck cord. That's prerequisite.
Yeah, so we're just going to play it by ear. If Pattaya's open, we'll go to Pattaya. But I haven't heard anything to the contrary. So, I mean, look, last night, Warren knows the bar owner. I won't mention him, but he's a good mate of Warren's, who's just reopened his bar. He shut the door at 12 o'clock last night, which was when he was meant to shut the door, and he was still kicking on at 2 o'clock this morning. So, and he said the whole soy was going right off. So yeah. So it's happening in Pattaya. People say that Pattaya's dead. Nah, never has been since I've been here. It's always been a bit lively, but it's now looking normal now.
If I got a choice, I'd like to say, Chanya, look, close the salon early on next Friday. Let's all go back to Susie's place, because like she sees us at Susie's place, and I'm pretty sure she gets annoyed the fact that she's not there. And we'll just have, we'll just spend it with Susie, and just bring in the night and bring the fireworks and shoot people with the rum and candles on the street. Did I say that?
No.
No.
Honestly, I think that's our plan, is to go to Susie's. Either go to Susie's or see if I can see fireworks from the top of the condo here. I'm not sure which. It depends on what the news is going to be as we get closer. If Susie's is open, go there. If it's not, then I'll buy a bottle of Jameson or something, hang out at the roof, and watch fireworks.
Yeah.
I can hear my girl in the background there.
Some company. If it was me, I'd take up three blokes. Jim, Jack, and Johnny.
Hello, Brian. Hello, Annie. She's getting ready.
So how's life in Thailand, Todd? Thailand, Todd?
Awesome.
Thailand, Todd.
Thailand, Todd. There we go. It is awesome. I think I was speaking earlier with Waz. I mean, you have expectations when you sort of plan something for this long, and you think, are they going to be what you envisioned. Yeah, absolutely. Probably the best thing I've done. I haven't.
I keep on meaning to ask you every time we chat, but you can now answer it for the group. Did you fly up the pointy end of the plane? Did you get your bid accepted, or?
Yes, yes,
Excellent.
yes. Not that it would have mattered because I think both planes I flew on weren't full. So even if you were in the middle or back, you could have laid down across the 3 seats.
Yeah.
So
the food's a little bit better at the pointy end, though.
I think,
Although in Singapore, it's still good.
Sean said he came out and did the same thing. The plane was half empty. He had 2 seats. Unfortunately, it's one of the planes with the 4 in the centre, 2 on the sides, aisles, and he was on the window seat or aisle seat. But he got the what they call up in the ball, sort of lying on the dual seat, sort of comfort, which made it a bit easier. I know when I flew a couple of times, we had some situations where I had the 3-seater, on the Thai Airways window seat and get the whole 3 seats, and they could stretch out perfectly. I'd sleep in economy class all the way home for the 9 hours. It was great. But that only happened, I think, out of the 30 flights I did, backwards and forwards. That's only probably happened 3 times. But but yeah, I believe it's like that.
If I'm going to do this a once-off thing, I might as well try and relax on the way. But as you know, it wasn't a relaxful 48 hours leading up to the flight. So I was actually still.
What is it? Just when I thought I was out, they dragged me back in.
There was a couple of hours I'm sitting on the lounge in my old house going, I don't know what to do. I can't do anything. I just need this one little bit of paper to say, no, you're not ill. You don't have any infectious things on you, to actually fulfill the plans. And I'm just sitting there going, I can't do it. I can't do anything. I mean, everything's all lined up. Yeah.
You can't engineer your way out of this one. Yes, I know.
No, there was no problem solving. But yeah, got in here just in time because they modified the Thailand pass situation. I know they're honouring the ones that have already been released, but no more.
Yeah.
So
that's of course the news right now is the fact that if you did have a Thailand pass before was it Tuesday,
Wednesday,
00, whatever it was, Tuesday morning, they are honouring that. And as long as you've got the pass, it's good for whenever the pass expires. Because I think that the
I know Andy Stubbs' sphincter was going like that until he heard the news that everything was going to be honoured. So he's still good to come. So he was also another relief puppy.
Yeah, we got Jerry. He bounced over to the States, and that's our biggest concern for our group. He did his, he wanted to go and get his U-Butte guitar. So he was trying desperately on Monday night to try to get in and get his pass done, but haven't heard anything back from him. So I can only no news is probably bad news, and in that sort of situation, because they probably would have been flooded, and whether they needed to have it back to you by midnight, or whether they started processing it by midnight, does that count? Because some of these passes were taking 5 days, to collect the materials. If you submitted it, the initial thing before the close, are they going to honour that sort of stuff? Getting all the additional stuff that you need to provide. That's a bit of a mystery. I got a feeling, no, it'll be a sort of a cold, hard stop. If you hadn't been approved by midnight, then you're up shit creek. But we'll have to see, but that could just mean the fact that Jerry's going to have to spend 10 to 14 days. He's coming back from the States, so he might be 14 days given the number of cases in the States. I think they've been put on the blacklist or the red list or whatever. But yeah, such is life. It was bound to happen.
That's the thing, Andy. That's the thing, Andy. There's no COVID below 1.4 metres. It's like a thermal layer in the ocean, And Todd, being an ex-Navy guy, he can explain the thermodynamics of that. But, you know, COVID sits above 1.4 metres, but there's no COVID. It's been scientifically proven that if you're sitting down, like me, COVID is at above this level, but not here. But if I stand up, ooh, I was in COVID territory.
That's got you. That's it. Yeah.
I'll go travel so far. I'm relaxed till I'm on the. I was relaxed until 48 hours out, Stubbsy. So, and then the proverbial shit hit the fan. But I was regretting my little chat to the Wazza that night, mate. Something's gone awry.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a crazy world.
It is a crazy world.
Ralph Lewis summed it up. It's like having a peeing section in the pool. Exactly right. Exactly right.
Yes, Ralph. There's never enough. All the slackers. You know, I give up trying to tell them how to run YouTube. But you know, it's again.
That'll be. Oh no, I've already ticked it. There you go.
Well, that's probably because I haven't lived my own stream yet, because you know I don't do that shit. God, I hate my stream. Go on, where's that down? Where's that thumbs down? Oh, I've got thumbs down my stream just to piss me off. I love licorice, but hate sambuca. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I didn't mind licorice. It's good bowel movement, you know, amplifier.
Nothing like solidified molasses to keep you moving.
I haven't had sambuca for about 10 years. When I finally got my degree, after 11 years of hard toil, and because I was a mature age student, we went to the local pub around from RMIT, and we were just knocking back sambuca shots. That was probably the last time that I thought I was going to die from alcoholic poisoning.
It does happen that way, yes.
Never ever had sambuca, and even the smell of it now, after, when did I get it? 2020, so 21 years ago. I can't even smell it. It just brings back that night in Carlton outside RMIT.
Yeah, we received one. Like I was speaking to earlier in the week, and he was just having a typical dummy spit. The fact that, you know, he's the one who's always taking care of family matters, and you know how many nieces and nephews he's got to buy presents for, and you know all he gets is a bag of coal. You know, he just says it's not fair, but you know. Yeah, I suppose, you know, at least a bag of coal will keep you warm in winter.
What he needs to do is needs to give everybody shit presents, and then he won't be asked to do it next year.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. Yeah, there's a way around that one. Let's re-engineer the shit. Yeah, reverse psychology.
WA, aren't they back in hard lockdown over there? Maybe he's not allowed to use the internet just in case there's COVID on the line. I don't know.
So, maybe.
Mark McGowan. They used to hang shit on Dan Andrews, but that Mark McGowan, I think he's twice as bad as 10 times as bad as Dan Andrews. Though Andy's not going to agree, but.
Yeah, and of course the big mystery, like they got all the borders closed in Australia. How did the Omicron even sort of slip through that system? I don't know, but they're reporting it. What?
You know, this is the weird ass thing. Ever since we first had it, you must have a negative PCR test before you hop on a plane. You get off the plane.
You got 3 tests.
And you got tested in quarantine. COVID. Well, how the hell does that happen? When you were negative before you hopped on a plane, and you would expect the flight crew, the engineers that work on the plane, everybody else, every other passenger is all negative. 2 days
I can tell
up.
you it's not the plane that's the problem. The plane, the filtration systems, everything like that. The actual plane is like hospital. It's the airport, and probably the worst place to be stuck with people would be the jet bridge. The actual airplane, it's fine. You're okay.
You're right, and I was travelling all around Australia during COVID, and they all made us separate in the boarding lounge. But then we get on the air bridge, and we're sandwiched.
Oh yeah.
what the
No,
fuck?
no, it's this whole COVID situation. Oh shit, I said it. Sorry. The whole situation has been like just an example of the stupidity of regulation versus reality. Like when I was traveling this summer, I was at SeaTac, in the U.S., Seattle. And they've got, the you can't sit next to people thing with the chairs X'd out. Well, there's not enough seats for everybody on the plane normally. So what happens is, sure, there's nobody sitting on the little X'd out chairs, but everybody's, jam-packed next to each other standing because there's no room otherwise. So it's like, okay. Would you rather be sitting next to each other where you're like this, facing the same direction? Or would you rather be standing where you're then? It's stupid. The world with regulations does not account for the world of reality.
That's
or
right.
the inside dining that happened in New York or whatever.
I watched a movie the other night on Netflix. It's got an all-star cast. For the life of me, called Don't Look Up. I won't give it away because
is that out? Is that out? Is it?
Yeah, it's on Netflix, and I tell you, I just fell off the chair laughing, and it's a real piss take. And people say, it's got parallels with global warming. To me, it's got parallels with COVID and the way the governments and scientists are now demigods, in charge of everything that's got to be done in the world. I mean, I won't say any more than that. But if you like a satirical look at the way that life is in the world at the moment, grab that movie. Don't Look Up. Really funny. Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Blanchett, all-star cast. Meryl Streep, all-star cast.
Yeah, I did put it. I put it on my my watch list on IMDb for when it came out. I just knew it was coming out in December sometime, but it's right in the middle of Christmas now. So those little things you're not really watching all the little timings, but yeah, that looked quite funny. Again, it reminds me of a series. There was a series that came out a few years ago called Brain Dead. And again, it's like a satirical look at the US politics. If you ever get a chance to watch that one, it is an absolute cracker. Supposedly, alien parasites infect their brain and eats their brain away, it's a classic, But yeah, sort of what I saw with the shorts, it seemed to be done in the same vein of, taking every stupid little thing that goes wrong in the US and adding an inbound space rock.
Whatever country you're from, whatever state you're from within that country, for me, I'm looking, that's Brett Sutton. And I mean, for American or Canadian, Cody, sorry if I've to offend you.
Alaskan, so
Alaskan.
So
it doesn't count.
Yeah. I don't like to say that I'm part of the U.S., but
no, fair enough. But you'll see Fauci, there, and you'll just see all these, these demigods there, that non-elected demigods. So funny as.
It sort of reminds me of Idiocracy. I mean, that's just a documentary of the world today, and it was made 15, 17 years ago.
Yeah.
Did I miss something there? Something I wanted to...
Boss, I know his missus is watching it now.
Yeah, okay.
Funny.
Just something I just saw. I sort of needed to comment on it, that's all. But I've lost it now. Oh, there's CMC. G'day, CMC. Merry Christmas. Yes, interesting content. Yeah, I was going to say, like, I get challenged with that. I look at the titles for like over 5 years, and I get people sort of saying, why didn't you redo material that you did 5 years ago? And I'm going, I don't know, does that seem appropriate? Somehow it doesn't seem to register. But you do start to struggle with what to put out in content. But, then of course you have expos about cannabis coming up, That looks like good content. I could have done a second video of Todd having his first beer with ice. Actually, that'll be a short coming out. I got 3 clips. I got 3 shorts clips coming out. Me sort of dissing Apple. Todd with drinking the beer with the ice, and what was the third one? I have to look at my photo stuff, but yeah, so that'll come out sometime in the next few days. But yeah, it's always something, trying to find something new, trying to as he said, interesting content. Yeah. I suppose I'm still fascinated with everything you see here in Thailand, even after 5 years. Will I be as fascinated with all the weird stuff in 10 years? That's another question. But Thailand is just one of these places that there's always something that you're going, what the?
Days like that.
That's right. I put the link up there for the Thai language. We found a website that explained all the Thai slang words.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where is it? The only one I really know off by heart is Mangalai Wa, which is what the fuck, or basically translates to what the fuck. Because what we need to do, we need to learn all these Thai swear words so we can swear on the live streams and they won't flag the video, because they don't flag the video because the AI doesn't know here's us speaking English, so it's not running the Thai filter over the top. It only runs one closed captions on the filter based on the base language. So if we learn to speak, swear in Thai, then we can swear to our heart's content, right, and totally bypass the AI dissing the video. And what's that word for avocado again? I'm going to have to remember that one.
Avocado.
Avocado, yeah, avocado. Oh my God, I'm going to have to learn that one.
Not either. Yeah.
Where is it? Thai language. There we go. I put up the link here. So it's actually from a website. Says, we might as well put that up for everybody to have a look at. There we go. Let me see if I can just readjust.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Dave. Dave in the house from Got to Love Thailand.
Yep.
G'day, Dave. There we go. So here we go. So we got this thing here. I'll share the screen to the other guys so they can read it as well. Yes. Kodang Yai Thai language lessons. Lesson 23. Insults and swear words. In our previous lessons, we covered a few ways to give compliments. Who wants to give compliments in Thailand? Oh my God. The strange things is the first thing people want to learn in foreign languages, swear words. That's from my German days, which is you eat shit, 10 million flies, can't be wrong. I still remember that one off by heart. But yeah, well, I guess we might as well cover a few, but let's see, okay, a bit of insults. Stupid. Now?
No.
No. Okay, and buffalo.
No, it's ngangu. So
No. This word buffalo, basically calling somebody anything kwai, any sort of connotation of kwai in Thailand is very, very disrespectful because buffalo are dumb and stupid, and it's really sort of, putting you into that really sort of, bottom of the bucket class of human society. Crazy, ba, yes, kun ba. The other one, crazy, ding dong. It's more polite to say kun ding dong or kun ding dong bong or kun ding dong bong na. That's what. I'm not going to give you Thai lessons for crying out loud. I don't speak Thai. Poor Thai my die. Ugly, naglit. How do you? Go on, Cody. You're the one who's doing the lessons. Naglit.
I'm guessing that's not.
Nagliat. Nagliat, yes.
Sure, I haven't.
Yeah, Nagliat,
I haven't
yes.
actually learned that one.
Yeah. Kide, stingy, kiniao, or kinok, yeah. I think stingy, kinok.
Yeah.
Different places around Thailand have different versions of it. Basically, it means kinok, which is ki, which is shit, and nok, which is bird. So, like, it's basically saying bird shit. Right, but it's the slang fix into that whole what do you call it? That's a Thainess, ki now.
But the Thais say it in reverse. They don't say bird shit. They say shit bird.
Yeah, well, that's why it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's because the adjective, the adjective comes before the noun in Thai.
Yeah.
Or, wait.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Son of a bitch, bastard.
Yeah.
I win. Unfortunately, we don't have any inflections here in the Romanized version. I'll have to get a better version of it, but yeah, it's a good place to start anyway. Rude title for female, bitch, here, old cow, or whore. Gary, son of a whore, look Gary, lady boy, katoy, call a lady, anybody, if you walked up to a salsong and called her a katoy, you'd like this, because you're going to thump you, you'll end up with a black eye, not so much like a black neck like some people we know, but that's a different story altogether. He's not going to bite. Yes, Cody's happened to be with a vampire. She tried to suck his blood the other night. Yeah, first time I've seen a hickey on somebody's neck for years, honestly. And I keep on forgetting she's only 23. It's just something that the Thais do now. The Thai girls do now what the Australian girls did 30 years ago. It's sort of most of them are all too prim and proper now in Australia. You don't get that shit anymore. But yeah, insulting form of you, mung, arrogant form of me, ghoul, shut up. I don't even know his word. Niap, shut up, shut your mouth.
Yeah, that's what I.
Hop park.
Niap, probably.
Yeah.
Swear words.
That's one thing I've got to get into.
Here we go. The word fuck, yet, which actually means to actually intercourse, but you get the idea. Yet ma, is that mouth me? Yet mung, fuck you. Duck fucker, yet pet.
Yep, bet. Oh,
Yet pet. I remember that one. Yeah. Quai. Quai. Dog dick. Would that be a term? Dog dick? Yeah. Quai ma. Oh my God. Short dick. No, you don't cut anybody short dick. Yeah, that's it. Doasun. He hoi. Dog pussy. Hima. They got some strange swear words, I'm telling you. Key, shit, bullshit, dola, wank, and male. What's it, fly? Chuck wow. Isn't there a channel called Chuck Wow?
Yeah, that guy seemed.
I'm guessing that's what it means now. And Chuck Wow, he's a wanker. Wank females, masturbation, dog bed, angling for fish. Weird. Anyway, it's the main index. Yeah, well, if you want to see that link there, I can put it up. Do you want the link? You can have a look at this one. So we can find a place to post it now. Give me a link to the stream. Just some interesting stuff to look for. The Burschen also means that someone is lower than you or lower class or something like that. My girlfriend told me. Yeah, I've got 3 or 4 different versions of the whole word there from Chanya as well. It can mean multiple things. This is the thing, the Thai language has multiple words for the same thing, and then of course you have multiple meanings for the same word as well. It can get really confusing. But such is life. This is Thailand.
I mean, it's the same in English as well.
Yeah, but we know it. We know. Yeah, we know the language here.
That's the. Yeah.
Was everybody knows the word for Yeah, everybody knows that one. That's exactly right. Holy shitbird! Yeah, I like that. So how's life down your way, Dave? How's your Christmas going? Are you going to watch the James Webb Space Telescope launch this afternoon? Well,
I think he went AFK.
We could be tracking Santa right now, but that's okay. You might as well track the Omicron, couldn't you? he's spreading it around the planet. Oh, the good news about Omicron is the fact that I did see a medical report this morning coming out of supposedly, the official channels of South Africa. They've already passed the peak of the curve, so in 2 months they're sort of seeing a ramping down already. So that should be something to be hopeful for. The fact that we were talking to Dave Chris last night from the Triple X. He sees a full lockdown coming to Thailand by mid-January. So anybody planning to come over here, whether you get into the country, whether you go up to 2 weeks, well, that's an unknown. But they're also saying that there's a very good chance, the fact that they're going to go to full lockdown again. But again, they're going to try to avoid it as well. They're saying they want to do everything to avoid it. But this is what we got. I saw a Facebook post about words that have gone out of fashion or out of use, and I saw the word pillock. Pillock. Yeah. Pillock.
You bloody don't be such a pillock. You ever use it? I used to use it when I was a lot young.
No, I haven't heard that. We have a town here called Pilok, which is out near the Myanmar border, which is an old tin mining town. We went there for Christmas a couple of years ago, or Christmas or New Year, I can't remember. Might have been New Year. And we spent one day up at Mon Bridge, and then we went down to Pilok for the second day. That was the day that I saw Chanya, at 7 o'clock in the morning, rugged up like an Eskimo because it was 14 degrees Celsius. There's me out there with a t-shirt on. I said,
hang on. You've just put Andy Stubbs in a fetal position, on his back with his legs and arms in the air on the floor. Andy, it's just one bloke's opinion. Nothing's gazetted yet. Relax. Deep breathe, Andy.
Yeah, I said this is Chris. I asked Liam, which is the manager of Susie Wong's, what his opinion was. He sort of sees the fact that things are going to go across according to plan. Everybody has an opinion, everybody has an arsehole, opinions are just like arseholes. Everybody's got one. My opinion, look, the government wants to do everything to avoid another lockdown. Mind you, they're actually, from what I also read, was the fact that they're looking at the entertainment industry. The girls who worked in those bars and establishments are finally going to get a little bit of a Christmas present, supposedly. That was the latest thing they're trying to push through. The undocumented workforce, the services that industry that look like they're going to come to the party and give them something, which is long overdue. Mind you, most of those girls are they're already pushing rice carts up in this zone already. So the chances of them then coming back is very, very minimal until there's a full opening up. But there was no shortage of girls last night when we went through. Unfortunately, Todd got to see Soy Cowboy, without the glitchy lights, which is a bit of a shame. Because all the inside, all behind the doors stuff was all locked up. And they're only sort of doing barbecues on the front porches of the places, and again, not every place was open. It was only about half a dozen places, but it was good to see all these bars getting restaurant licenses, which was positive. But I said Thais will get around that stuff. And again, this is one of the weird things when it comes to the Thai licensing laws as well. I don't know if you remember the elections we had here 3 years ago. There was that upstart party with that young rebel politician, and they took him to town on because in fact you can't have a media license, and they roped him in on the media license bullshit to have him kicked out of Parliament and shut his party down. And what it was, the fact that he didn't even know he had a media license. But it's like these bar owners. They've got a bar license, and then they've added a restaurant license to a bar license to allow them to open. But then, of course, you could then sell that business to somebody or other else, as a business. And that second person, unless of course they did their homework and went through the fine print, they don't know really what licenses apply. They just think that they're buying a bar. Well, this guy here bought some sort of it was a PR company, but the PR company had bought a media license so that they could advertise on TV or something like that. And then his conglomeration bought a company that bought that company, and it's all mixed in amongst the thing. And of course, it's just like this, like this incestuous process here in Thailand with politics. The bad, the people who want to hang you, they'll go through every little bit of confetti, every bit of shredded. They'll put shredded documents back together just to hang something on you. And this boy,
allegedly, you can enter Thai politics with an Australian drug conviction. Allegedly.
Oh yeah. I did hear about. I heard about that one too. Yes, that was an interesting.
Allegedly.
One. So it wasn't in Thailand. It's got nothing to do with Thailand. Yeah.
No, it's got nothing to do with Thailand. Just because someone may or may not have spent 4 years in Sydney prison.
Yeah, in Sing Sing. Yeah, that's right. This is a strange thing about politics. But I would try to avoid the dissing politics. Like every country is going to have issues with the way politics works. There's no doubt about it. I think Australian politics is completely, up shit creek without paddles, in a barbed wire canoe, by the way. But yeah, you just got to laugh at this whole bar scene. These are go-go bars with poles and everything else. Now they've got a little barbecue at the front cooking food. They've applied for a cooking license and add it to the. There we go. We can open again and sell beer. You got to laugh.
I just need to excuse myself, so I'll drop off. But I'm still here. I just got to be off camera. So I may or may not come back on before you say, but Merry Christmas, everybody. But I'll be still listening. So, cheers all.
Yeah, and that's right, Shannon. That was everybody's. If they went through the paperwork of every company that everybody owned, there would be no government anymore. But again, it's just it's the tall poppy syndrome, and he was a direct threat to the what they call the propaganda machine. He was a direct threat to bringing them down, so they buried him, which is a shame because it looked like he had a promising sort of a platform to latch from. And if I was a Thai person, I certainly would have put my vote behind their party. That's for certain. They just seemed like that they were going the other direction. Which is always the way I've gone. Go the other direction. If everybody wants to jump off the Harbour Bridge, well, I'm not going to try that one. That doesn't seem like a good idea to me. Anyway, so what else we got? What's the time now? Is it? Oh, well, we've only got half an hour to go. Look at that. I should really sort of SMS my bike guy. It's just Food Panda. Your gift from Food Panda. Really?
Talking about that, the apps thing here in Thailand, I'm getting used to that. Thank you, Cody, for just what apps are available to order what, and there's like 4 different apps to order a taxi.
CD's posted a link to the NORAD Track Santa on one of the line groups. That was about an hour ago. I don't really give a damn where Santa is.
You can also do it on Flight Radar 24 too.
Is that right? Yeah. Messages.
Turns out Santa has ADSB.
What's his name?
Is that what Rudolph's nose is all about? That's why it glows red.
Yeah, true. There's a lot of sensors going on in there.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I doing? Capital. How is the CB 650 going? There we go. We got an update on that post. Hey Tommy, how is the CB6? So they've got a second guy that speaks English now at our bike shop, which is cool.
Yeah, working that out, Paul. Yeah, all the 3 different food apps I have, and Cody was explaining the same as Wazza. Some of them don't even deliver to my area, even though they say they deliver to my area.
I'm very pissed off with Food Panda because their menus are all in English, but there's no drivers out our way to actually deliver the food. My first order, I tried to order from Santa Fe. Which is just up the road, which I have no problem ordering Santa Fe from Grab. I put their order through and I get a sort of, that'll be there in 30 minutes, and then sort of, 15 minutes into
2
that.
2 hours later.
They made it 90 minutes, I had a 90-minute wait, so I waited an hour and the timer's not moving. I actually got on to chat with them, what's going on, and they gave me some sort of, blah, 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 he's on his way, and I'm going, yeah, well, I don't see anything moving on the map, like, there's no map movement of the GPS signal, which you use to track these guys. I think you're telling me a bit of a sort of a porky pie there. And so, half an hour after that, I said, look, just cancel the frickin' order. I'll just go and order from Grab. And they go on, look, unless of course the guy is on my doorstep in 3 minutes, that's it. You can just cancel the freaking order because I'm hungry, right? And I still have to wait 30 minutes for it to come via Grab.
One thing that Food Panda does do that I find irritating that Grab doesn't do is Food Panda, if your driver is delivering like to a house, 5 blocks down, then 2 blocks down, then they won't show you the GPS tracking until they've delivered all the other ones and are going specifically to you, where Grab will show you, all of the other deliveries. And then
no, that's changed now. Basically, if you've got a dual delivery, I've had it recently, I don't get it until I'm on the delivery partner now. So that's something that they've all done.
That's frustrating.
It is.
Because then you don't, if it takes you 5 minutes to get down to the lobby, you got to kind of plan ahead. But
no, but at least with Grab, they do sort of say that your driver's delivering something else on the way to you, so know that's what's going on. So
well, they do that with Food Panda too. They say that they're delivering somewhere else. They just don't show you on the map.
Yeah, so I guess Paul confirming Grab does update and doesn't show you others now. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So it's only just recent, only come in the last 30 days that's happened, or 45 days.
One thing. Sorry. One other thing I wanted to point out. Food Panda the other day. I'm pretty sure it was Food Panda, not Grab. I wanted to order, croissant is one of my morning guilty pleasures. And there's a Burger King like 1 BTS down, and I get on there. I'm like, oh, Burger King, order. Didn't even think about it. Turns out the Burger King that Food Panda chose was the one somewhere in Silom to deliver out to me in Prakanong, which is about 8 to 10 kilometers away. So I see this driver, I'm like, oh my god, this poor driver that's doing this for 11 baht or something. Like,
well, I think the way it goes is when you are a driver. This is what I see. I see him standing outside the KFC here up at the Port Tortor station, which is about just down the road from us. 10 drivers all there. You got six Grab, 4 Line guys, no Food Panda, right? No any others that's basically it's Grab and Line out here.
Oh yeah, Line Man. I always forget about that.
And they're sitting outside, and they're all sitting on their phone. You see them watching their phone like eagle, like they could be just Facebooking, who knows? But they're all like that. But then, of course, the fucking order comes through, and it's like, who gets it first, right? They've got to pick it, right? And then they actually walk in and order it for you, and they pay with their own money, and then they get paid back, which is a bit weird of a system because the fact that if you cancel the order, then it comes out of their pocket, you know, and which is the way that, unfortunately, the way the system works. But what's probably happened there, your Ceylon guy, he didn't realise where it was coming from. I'm going to grab that one. I'm desperate to grab that one. Bang, you know, 11 baht. There you go.
Yeah, then looked at the map and went,
Oh no.
It is funny, but again, this is what boys are doing these days. There's not much, unless of course you want to work with the Burmese in the building sites, or scrub dishes down at the wharves in Klong Toi or other places like that. There's not much real work for the male Thais here, apart from ride their motorcycles and make a few baht, delivering food.
Incidentally, the rider was actually female. That one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like, don't see many female delivery drivers.
Yeah, I haven't seen many, but yeah, I've seen.
But yeah, you're right though. It's I would say 98% male.
Mm. But I've had one South Song deliver here. Obviously South Song, when she says hello, got your pizza here, a couple mark up, and give her a 20 baht tip. They're very, very appreciative of a 20 baht tip. They don't have to tip her much to make them happy, as long as it's a paper note. Don't give them these coins. You only give coins to the people with the little jars, or the cups on the street corner, or the blind people. You don't never tip with coins. It's a very bad sort of, make sure it's a paper thing. The bigger the number on the paper, the better, But yeah, make sure it's always paper. But 20 baht, that's all you need to do. It's only what a buck, anyway, so, but where we're going with that? I think we just lost the audience.
We're just talking about apps and everything that I'm getting used to, and sort of finding my legs and working out where things are, so.
Yep. On Grab, sometimes they have promos for restaurants such as KFC. Psycho said it's better to search for the restaurant you want and choose the closest one with the smallest delivery. Well, that's how I do it over here. Like, I got 3 pizza places, but they only vary by about 5 baht all up, but 5 baht's 5 baht, that's 25 cents, isn't it? So, but that one's, like that one says, 20 minutes, that one's 25 minutes, and got 3 pizza places. But we won't go into the pizza thing. Psycho hates the pizza here. Love the pizza here.
I found a place. Yeah, it's a whole nother rant I have.
I did do a tipping video a couple of months ago, Paul. So you can always go back and we may do that again, because it seems to be a popular topic. Got a few mouths talking, but again, getting back to this whole thing, people sort of say, love the fresh content. You always have an opinion on something. It's always my opinion, but or how it always sort of pans out. But it's only things that I find interesting. Some of the stuff here is so day to day, it doesn't even dawn on me. Like as Toddle with Tester last night, here's me just wandering around. He's following me through Bangkok, and I'm upstairs, downstairs, up this. He's completely lost. Like I think it's Ceylon there, right? You get off the MRT, you go up the escalator, up the second escalator, you can do a complete 360 around the base, up another escalator into the sky bridge, and you go, look, you've lost me, Just to me, it's just like that's how you do it, You don't even think about it anymore. That's just the way it is. What would be logical doesn't fit. If you're an engineer, like this, Bangkok is an engineer's nightmare. That's all I can say.
The roads are rivers. That's what's going on here. The roads are. They're either rivers or it's like a tree. It's branches branching. That's how it works. It's more organic here, rather than a planned grid. Which, in my opinion, like it's actually easier for my mind, because you don't have the sameness that you have everywhere else when you have a grid. grid cities have this like, wait, which part of the grid am I on? Because this part of the grid looks like this other part of the grid. Where if you look at Bangkok, you can go, oh, I know this intersection because it's, you know, the roads are at a 45-degree angle. Then there's one at an obtuse angle. Like you remember that. It's easier to jog your memory.
I remember even yesterday, I've been here for 5 years, we went into the Paragon site, Slam Paragon there, went in off the Sky Bridge onto the M level 1, M level.
No, it's not level 1, it's M.
It's M, and then of course the one above that was 1, but it's actually 2. Come on.
But when you say floor 6, I'm on floor 5 and I'm going
M2, M1, M2, 3, 4. Yeah.
I'm the only idiot trying to hit the up button on the top floor on the elevator. I finally found one that had an up button because I wrote the other.
That goes to Madame. Yeah, that goes to Madame Tussauds. What's that?
I go somewhere with friend.
Oh,
go
my God,
busy.
you're so sexy. I mean,
No.
you know what? I want to get you on back.
สวัสดีค่ะ Hi.
Look at this sexy dress this girl's wearing.
We wish Merry Christmas. Hey,
Big Merry Christmas.
Darling. Okay, have to enjoy. Hey.
Hey, pull your dress up.
Okay. I go with somewhere with friend and
What,
tonight have
where are you going?
and we friend that come for tonight. Okay.
Where we going tonight?
ก็ tonight ไง go หมูกระทะไง
A mukata again tonight.
Yeah, for people and today just to go somewhere with friend first.
Okay.
Okay, see you.
Oh, looks like we're mukata. You want to come, Todd?
Come on, have mini girl.
Todd, we'll pick
Come
Todd up
on.
as well. We can go mukata. Where? Mukata where? You want?
Tonight ไง
Where? Which?
อาป่า you remember หมูกระทะ have dancing near here.
Oh, the one down in
Yeah.
Oh, you know what we did? We did a video like I think
Can come.
last. Well, not Mum's last birthday. We're going to that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like another video.
Right, look at Thai tonight.
Yeah, so we got Mukata tonight, so it's all good. And you'll get to meet a few of Chanya's friends.
No issue. Looking forward to it.
Oh, mezzanine, garage, lobby. Yeah, it gets confusing. Anyway, so we M2, 3, 4, 5. M1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that's the 6th floor. You know, when you count them properly, come on. Anyway, you probably did get up to Madame
I will be more
Tussauds.
specific when I ask you next time. I'll be like, wait, the 6th floor. Now, is this the 6th one from the bottom, or is this the one that's labeled 6?
Mind you, we were walking around most of the.
Yeah, that's it. We did the whole spiral going up.
See, even by your logic, it's wrong because the bottom floor is a different one. So you have ground main, so it's actually the 7th floor, not the 6th floor.
But there was also an R. That was the restaurant precinct, which was just up a small mezzanine from the basement, which was the food court.
And there is and Madame Tussauds is above that again. You know, it's a special lift you got to go to Madame Tussauds. So that would be anyway. Let's not go there. But yeah. Even, what I was getting at was is the fact that we went in there in one door, and when we came out through the ground level, well, just call it ground level because it's where the ground was, and I shouldn't the MRT BTS be there on my right hand side, and it's on. Oh, you've got. Is this Paragon? Is this Siam Station? Because it completely. I didn't realise like the whole shape of the building and everything else, and does this U shape. And when I finally walked out that door, I'm actually walking out that's like the north entrance of the building rather than the south entrance, because I had no GPS signal inside, in my head. I got a built-in GPS, that's something you get used to as well here in Thailand, is the fact that, if you're coming from Australia, the sun, midday you get the sun to the north, but you got to turn that all around. And
oh yeah, I never thought about that for you guys.
Yeah, so it can be confusing, but it helps you. I don't know why I've seen Americans here confused by it. Come on, it's in the same hemisphere.
Well, see,
that we're used
I'm
to.
Alaskan.
Yeah. You don't see
count where the sun's positioning in my reckoning of anything.
That's because he doesn't have any sun.
If you try and do dead reckoning based off of the sun in Alaska, unless you account for the time of day and time of year, you're going to be wrong, because in the summer the sun does this, and in the winter the sun goes, oh, okay, then we're gone.
Yeah, that's it. That's the way it goes.
It's like the sun rises in the east and sets in the west only happens like a couple days out of the year. So I never encountered that. But
I can imagine. I've never really thought about that. You can sit there for 24 hours on drugs and watch the sun.
If you're in Prudhoe Bay, Alaska,
and watch the sun do this.
You can watch the sun just kind of,
So flat earthers, obviously, that's how they got the whole sun thing.
Oh yeah, all of them are in Prudhoe Bay, Alaska.
Oh, they must be, yeah.
Arrow, Alaska, or Reykjavik, I think is what it's
How
called.
does that work? Yeah, that's it. It's a flat Earth. Oh my God. Anyway.
That's another episode. Flat Earthers.
No, I got a good mate of mine.
Put them all a plane. Put them all on a plane. What is the route from Sydney to South America? There's one of the routes that actually is a total southern route, and the plane, based off of the flat Earth map, the plane could not make it that distance with the fuel that it has, unless the entire plane was fuel. But then it still wouldn't make it, because you couldn't have the weight to thrust ratio would be all off.
Yeah. But I think what we did, these flat earthers, we just need to put them on a SpaceX ship, probably the same one that they launched that vehicle with, the Tesla vehicle. Put them on that spaceship and just, there you go. Bye. Go. drive the Tesla. There you go. As you see this ball floating off into the... Oh, but also it's just a disc. It's just a disc. Well, where's the North Pole? Where you go? But I have a good friend that, I don't know, he's got 2 Facebook accounts on Facebook, and one of them there is always doing all this, this flat earther stuff. And I'm going, oh, really? I'm sure that I know you, and this is just your satirical, pissing everybody off because, it's all the flat earther stuff. But, then I go, but does he really believe? No, he couldn't honestly believe in this flat earth shit. No, I'm sure you have more intelligence than that. But you never know, because he's quite consistent. He's been consistently posting all this flat earther shit for 3 years now. I would have got bored with it if I was going to do a satirical throwback on that sort of crap. But anyway, yeah, Paul's got to. Maybe the lifts are moving, are revolving and spiraling around. It's like the lifts in Port Olisar, the lifts in Lawville, or you get in one way and then it just you never know which way you're facing. But anyway, it's not.
That was awesome. I got lost, but I had a leader of the pack that kept me under control.
It's all good. It's a good system, but when shit does hit the fan, as long as we've got a gun for him, he can do the Overwatch thing for he's the Overwatch guy who can take care of shit. I'll do the navigation, but he can do Overwatch. Anyway, what do we got? 15 minutes to go. Any questions for guys? We're going to get out of here so we can wrap up pretty quickly.
Yeah, my girlfriend just leaned over and said Hugh. So
Hugh?
Yeah.
Hugh Makma?
Hungry in Thai.
Hugh Makma?
Yeah.
Oh, she's hungry. It's Hugh Cow. She wants to eat something now.
Yeah. Talking about eating, 7-Elevens. I've got to beat the thumbs up for the 7-Elevens.
7-Elevens, yes.
A lifesaver for me in the first 24, 48 hours.
So how many toasties have you had so far?
No, fallen in love with the double pork spicy burger with the salsa sauce or something.
Oh yeah, I know the
It's a
one you mean.
double pork patty.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Yeah, you just get used to the microwave softness of it. That's so that, like as long as you let it sit for 60 seconds, it's okay. Don't try to eat it straight out of the packet.
got an awesome condo. My landlady actually has one of those boxes that you put in the microwave and make sure that the sogginess is not exponential.
Also
So
keeps the
the burger's
microwave
going
clean. It also keeps the microwave
Yeah.
clean. That's another thing. Less cleaning for her to do later.
I'm a clean freak. I'm a clean freak. I mean, you made me do the dishes yesterday, so.
Yeah, I'm quite honestly, from what I've been hearing off channel, is the fact that it sounds like this owner of the condo has got him marked already.
Yeah.
Got him marked. You get for Christmas cards. What's this? They haven't met yet.
I'll cover that up.
They haven't met yet.
Yeah. Welcome to Thailand. Welcome to your new life card left in my condo. So.
I think she's hot for him already. Todd thinks he's gonna. Was it? He wants to date bar girls. For a new bar girl every night. Variety is the spice of life. But no, I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a Thai girl who's going to put hooks into him very, very quickly. And he's not even here 2 days, and it looks like the condo owners got him marked already.
She's a nice lady, very nice lady, and she's looking after me because this is a new life for me, and I thought it was a nice touch.
And you still got the beard on. You haven't done the shaving thing. You're going to do that before we close, don't you? You got the razor ready or what?
No, I don't. I was thinking I've got to take photos for my licenses and everything like that, so they have to match what my passport is. And
okay.
So once I get that, it'll all come off. So I don't want to confuse them by giving them fresh face photos. It does look a bit like me in the passport, but you have a beard on your passport. What's going on? So I'll get all the official stuff done that require photos, and then I will do the ceremonial shaving.
Yeah, fair enough.
It wasn't too bad. In my passport, I've got this weird goat thing going on here, and I haven't had that for 5 years. So,
okay.
But now it's not full facial coverage. So, but I know with the weird, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I was half Amish, but they don't give that a worry.
Yeah. The facial recognition computer systems actually only really look at the top third of the up to about here to here, where the eye shape, the nose structure here, chin, and they can detect the chin shape. Have you ever sort of seen the we can see it when we do the track IR thing in our software. It shows you all the points of reference that it focuses in on, and it's very, very, very little actually goes onto the chin area. But yeah, it's pretty much the same facial recognition stuff. Technical stuff you don't need to know about. Dong Bert without a beard, that's crazy talk, yes.
Yeah. No, it's going to happen. I promise it will happen. I don't really want to put too many road bumps, speed bumps in my way after the initial start to my journey. I just want to have everything smooth sailing.
Yes.
I understand either.
Yeah, anyway, before we wrap up, we've got 7 minutes to go. So any questions before we bow out and catch up with you for our New Year's Day? Stream next week.
Be mine.
Yes. Mi Kwam Suk Be Mai. If you don't know what that means, well, you're not studying Thai enough, are you?
I'm getting there. Come on, give me a break. I remember saying to you 24 hours ago I was going to binge watch my Thai 101 stuff on the way here and everything like that, but my brain was that.
Yeah.
You've already switched off that.
Books I was going to read in quarantine and stuff, and I didn't do that. So, yeah.
there's so many good video games to play, you know. We're going to get you a computer.
Well, they've got to get my rental first. So,
Yeah.
like I said, there's still a few
Yeah.
hoops I've got to jump through, but so far, absolutely awesome. I
Yeah,
have
we'll
no
talk.
qualms
We'll
yeah.
talk about doing the rent to see if we can get out to this guy out here and on Saiha, put him on Saiha there, the one we've seen that's the townhouse, and there was a fully detached townhouse, wasn't it, or semi-detached? I can't remember.
Semi-detached, yeah.
Semi-detached. It's got one adjacent
Yeah.
wall, not two or something. Yes, but that looks like a really nice place with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and everything else. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, home. It will be home.
Yeah. Where are you staying? And is Wazza as tall as you? Do I look tall? I don't think I look tall.
I'm staying at an area called Salvia in Nakhon Pantong at the moment. So, but Nakhon Pantong is going to be the region that I'm hanging in because it makes motorbike riding a lot easier. We can just sort of we've just seen this on the web. Do you find this interesting, Todd? Have you got everything charged? Let's do a video motorbike ride. So
that's right, Paul. Yeah, it's all about the camera angle. Yeah, that's it. It makes you look taller. Yeah, I'm only 5'9". You know, I'm only a short guy compared to some of these people. Like when Stephen actually gets over here, I'll look like a Thai compared to Stephen. I think he's 6'2" or something. Isn't he? But yeah. He looks 5'4".
Yeah, Ralph.
Yeah. But yeah, so obviously nobody wants to ask any more questions before we bow out of here. So 5 minutes to go. Or I'll just cue up the song now. Huh? Where is it?
We don't have Steve Monner saying chuck on the music and
cue the song. Yeah, get the thing out of here. I've had no reply from my SMS to the guy yet. I don't know if he probably it's been sent today, but yeah, we may have to do a
thank you, Ralph. We needed someone.
Yeah, Niall's a leprechaun. You know, he's actually very, very short. He uses camera angles to make him look tall. Cue the song, Ralph. That's it. Ralph's going to give us the message. Get the hell out of here. Stepping in for Stephen. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we're out of here. We'll catch up with you next week. I don't know how we'll feel. We got a New Year's Eve celebration to deal with, and we might be a little bit under the weather. Who knows? You know, Todd will have been here for 10 days by that time. He'll be acclimated perfectly for Thai weather. I haven't asked you, heat-wise, you haven't noticed the heat yet? Because this is the cool season.
No, but I mean, mind you,
You've done it.
Going against the Middle East when I was deployed to the Middle East. So,
you've done Afghanistan, yes, so it's pretty much the same sort of weather, yeah.
So 60 degrees in the shade in the Middle East. Thailand is quite pleasant.
Yeah, and thanks, Darlo, for your super chats and everything else throughout the year. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, there is a super chat thing down below. Nobody's clicked it today, but that you don't have to. It's always nice when you do, though. It will still be New Year's Eve for me when you guys do New Year's. Yeah, I know. It's confusing. You got to track Santa to know when it's midnight. You know, if you don't track Santa, you got no idea. Todd will have a Thai girlfriend by now. Exactly. I'm sure he will. That's it.
Priority's the motorbike. The priority is the motorbike.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Thumbnails, but the priority is the motorbike.
Yeah, that's right. And he's going to buy 2 motorbikes because it doesn't go. If you ride 2 motorbikes, one motorbike doesn't give a damn if you ride another motorbike. That's it. They don't talk back. They don't talk back. They just, you're riding a bike. That's it. None of this, oh, but she's prettier than me. And
the good thing is I've chosen the same colour for both of them, so they can't talk about, oh, my colour's different to your colour. So.
Merry Christmas, Darla. That's right. Or happy JWST Day, the James Webb Space Telescope. Tune in for that. Check NASA out later on the day. I don't have the actual time that they're launching, but we do want to sort of see the thing get off the ground and deploy. I was reading this morning that something like 300 things could go wrong after launch, to actually get the thing operational. It's I'd hate to be the engineer trying to design that shit. Oh my God, that would freak me out. Was it $10 billion or $12 billion later, throwing this telescope up to the sky that you got no hands-on experience. We've got no space shuttle to go up and service the damn thing like they did with Hubble. This could be fun. Anyway, we're out of here. Where's the button? Okay, I had it ready. Okay, peace out, guys. Stay tuned, and a couple of videos coming out next week, and we'll talk to you later.